Do you ever find yourself browsing online stores wondering why anyone would ever drive to the actual store? Do you also wonder how some of these online stores were developed and how their software was introduced? Well, today I'm going to introduce you to those very two topics. The topic of systems development life cycle and the topic of e-commerce. To introduce you to these topics, I will start with the basics of the SDLC, including what it is and what the basic steps are, and after I will explain what e-commerce is and tell you why it is slowly becoming more relevant today. So the SDLC, or Systems Development Lifecycle. The Systems Development Lifecycle, or SDLC, is a general method used by system developers to modify, create a brand new system for a company. Within the SDLC, there are specific models that are used and often combined depending on what the task entails. One of the oldest and most recognized of these includes the waterfall model, which I have shown here. The waterfall model is a model that allows for distinct deadlines and little to no overlapping between stages. It shows these general steps. The first step is the preliminary analysis. This step gives an overview of the project and is used to define what is expected for the outcome. Following that step is the systems analysis step. This includes either identifying problems with the existing system or getting the end user requirements for the brand new system being made. Third step is system design. This is the architectural phase of the SDLC where the layouts of the new system are created. This is to basically get everything ready for the next stage, which is development. Development is the phase that probably comes to mind when the idea of creating a new system is brought up. It is the phase where the actual coding happens, executes the plans that were initially laid out in the system design phase. The fifth phase is the test phase. In this phase, the new system is tested and evaluated extensively to find out exactly. The sixth stage, integration, is where the system is implemented into the new company. This can be done using updates or all at the same time using a full-scale conversion. The final stage of the SDLC is maintenance. Being the last stage in the cycle, maintenance includes implementation of changes that the software might undergo of the time it is being used. Maintenance is the longest stage of the SDLC because it continues throughout the rest of that system's life. All of those steps make up the SDLC, and each are important for creating, implementing, and maintaining a new software in a company. The next topic is e-commerce. All of you have probably heard of the topic of e-commerce before, but not referred to as e-commerce. According to Wikipedia, e-commerce is using computer networks like the internet. This includes transactions made on online bidding sites, music sites, and online stores. There are also two main divisions of e-commerce: business to business and business to consumer. So e-commerce relevance in our economy. According to eMarketer, in 2012, e-commerce sales topped $1 trillion for the first time ever. That year, 2012, e-commerce grew 21%. So the advantages of using e-commerce. One of the most beneficial things about e-commerce is the lower costs. You are saving money through more reduced labor and also less paperwork. E-commerce is also convenient in that you don't have to go anywhere to go pick up your product, and you can compare prices at different websites easily, shopping done in the same place. Lastly, e-commerce can be more efficient if you are business to business. If you're buying in large quantities, you can do it all in one place. There are almost no downsides of e-commerce except for the fact that you cannot physically see or touch what you are buying. So if you are buying something that you're not entirely sure what it is, it probably is not a good idea to buy it without knowing what you're actually buying. And if you're one of those people that never use the internet to purchase items, you might need to change your ways. because it's predicted that e-commerce will soon replace brick and mortar stores altogether. In conclusion, the SDLC, which is a system of steps to create, implement, and maintain a new software system, and e-commerce, which is the trading of products over the internet, are both relevant topics in our world and should be well known. So the next time you are conducting some last minute e-commerce on Amazon or eBay, remember that the SDLC was most likely used to create that software to make your life easier. Thank you for